Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am setting up the second week of July in my passion planner. So I have been kind of messing around a little bit with some things in here and how I have been doing my planning per se. I haven't been having a ton of stuff to write. As an example, this was last week. Well, technically, this is last week, and I haven't written anything in here yet. But this was the week before, and this is really all I ended up putting in here. So I kind of wanted to add in more of my actual work stuff. Any work meetings that I may have on specific days and days that I need to be in the office, etc., etc. So I kind of filled out some of these already at the end of last week. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So I took a highlighter and highlighted my hours of work. And then I took a midliner, a mild liner, and highlighted my hours of work, and then left a little portion blank on the right side of that highlight to add in any type of meetings that I have. And then I've kind of just put the meetings right there. So I'm thinking I'm going to try this maybe for a couple of weeks and see how that works. Since I'm not actually working right now, I don't have my meetings and stuff in front of me on my calendar, so this will be a good way for me to. It's good that I already have it done because now I don't have to reference anything not available to me at the moment. So I've got some stamp sets here. I'm going to kind of just get the week set up. I'm going to stamp my today goal, which is always reading. I'm going to use this stamp set for that. And then I've got various other stamp sets. This one I know for certain I will be using. I believe this is the Quarantine Life Lately stamp set, I think is what this one is called, from Studio Calico. And I use all of these little icons. They're quite large and they fit perfectly in these little sections. So I will definitely be using this and the to-do from this stamp set, also from Studio Calico. And then I've got some other stamp sets here that I may or may not use, just depending on what I end up putting in here. Yeah, so let's jump right in. I'm going to be using my Studio Calico Inky Black ink. And like I said, I'm going to be stamping reading into each of these daily goal sections. I've been tracking my daily reading in my reading journal. So it makes it easier if in my actual planner I have a place to mark off if I've read that day, just in case I'm not touching my reading journal every day. I have some place to reference back to if I'm going to be looking to see if I read for that day or not. The next thing that I am going to do is stamp out my to-do. Previously, I was just separating these days in half and using the 12 o'clock point to stamp to-do. Since I did put my work day in here and I don't know if I'll have additional meetings added or anything like that, I've kind of moved my to-do list during the work week down towards the bottom, which makes sense anyways because I don't usually have a ton of extra like at-home to-dos while I'm actually working. So I'm going to be stamping out little icons for each of my currentlies. And I like to track any games that I'm playing. So I use this little switch icon. And then I also use the TV icon and the book icon. I will also use this grocery cart icon as well, just to kind of have some place to write down if we need to pick up any groceries or any particular items from the grocery store. Sometimes I will stamp everything out all at once at the beginning of the month, and then other times I just don't, and I stamp it out each week whenever I'm going in and actually starting to plan for my week and write things down. It really just kind of depends, I guess, on how I'm feeling that particular week, or when I'm going to do my initial setup. If I'm motivated enough to actually pull in and do all of the stamping for the entire month. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my Tombow N25, and I'm going to cover up these to-do list titles. I have found that this Tombow marker is pretty much almost identical to this color of gray that's right here. So whenever I feel like I want to cover that up, I just use that Tombow marker and get it covered up. I'm going to grab this Happy Mail stamp set. I don't know if that's the actual name, but I am going to grab that, and I'm going to stamp Happy Mail on here as well, since I do like to track packages so I know when to expect their arrival. And then I'm going to grab this stamp set from Everyday Explorers. This one doesn't actually have a name on it. I believe it is still on the website though. I haven't done this in a few weeks, stamped out this weekend, oh my god, finally stamp. So I want to add that in for this particular week. I'm also going to stamp Monday Madness on Monday because that is usually the busiest day of work for me. And I already know I'm going to have to put a few things on here that are due on Monday by a specific time. I'm also going to stamp and all the things stamp probably down here, either on Wednesday or Thursday. Just because I've got two of the bold words up top, I want to have one on the bottom as well. And I think I'm going to stamp it on Thursday, right down here in the corner. And then the next thing I want to do is I'm just going to grab this little camera from this stamp set from Studio Calico. I don't know if this one is still available. I think I've checked and I wasn't able to find it the last time I filmed. So I just want to put a little camera on Tuesday and on Saturday, since those are my normal upload days. Okay, so now I've got most of my primary stamping done. I am going to go through and kind of make sure I've got anything on here that I don't want to forget about. So if I have subscriptions or anything like that, subscription releases, stuff like that, I like to put a little sticker to kind of make them a little more noticeable when I am actually going through my planner. So I pulled those from this Noir Basics from Kelva Plan. I have been using this somewhat, not as much as I thought I was, but I do really like the option to just have some plain black stickers if I want to put something in my planner. And then I've got all of my decorative stickers in this little photo box. So I'm going to go through here and see if there is anything that I want to get added. I'm pretty sure I have some large square, like moon type stickers. I've got these little tarot cards. I'm noticing that without even thinking about it, I'm mostly leaning towards black, probably because I've already done like a tan and pink on this actual portion of the week, and I don't really want to have anything clashing per se. So I can put, this would actually fit in here perfectly. I'm going to go with this one. I don't know anything about tarot cards, so I'm not sure what these mean. I just loved them when I saw them on Paper Minty Studios website, so I just went ahead and grabbed them. And then I might also add this one, because this color that's in this sticker matches the mild liner that I used almost perfectly. So I'm going to just stick this one right in the middle of my space of infinite possibilities. And then what I'll probably do is do a little mind map or something throughout the week. I've done that a few times. And just write random things in there. And I do like the way that that looks. Or I'll put lists down here in this space if I have a list of something, like if I'm thinking of YouTube videos or Instagram content or anything like that that I'm thinking I might want to do. I will put those down here in that space of infinite possibility. Now, I don't think I want to add too much else to this. Yeah, I feel like the rest of the stickers I have in here will clash, and I don't want that, so I'm going to move that aside. I'm adding a line to the top of the start of my work shift. So that way it helps kind of keep that separated. I'm also going to grab the We've Got This stamp from the Quarantine Life Lately stamp set. And I think I'm going to stamp that as like a little motivational saying up top here. And now I'm just going to kind of fill in some things that I know off the top of my head need to be done each day. So like trash days, subscription releases, and then the one thing for certain I know that I have to do on Monday for work that's due by a certain time. All right, I think that is going to be at least all I can think of that I want to set up for this upcoming week. Let me know down in the comments below how you're planning. I know it's the middle of the year. I know I'm not the only person that's constantly flipping up or switching up their planning methods and ways to kind of keep things fresh. I still really, really love this passion planner, and honestly, I'm quite shocked that I've managed to use as much of it as I have. I just completely shocked. So I'm excited to see if this layout, this method of planning that I'm thinking of trying for this upcoming week is going to work better for me, or if it's going to be something that I completely dislike and just never do again. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down in the comment below, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.